All right, give me 1 second. Let me just pull your resume up. Okay. So why do you want to work here at NYAJ Productions? Well, I've just been creating freelance content for a while, and now that I'm in a good spot financially, I feel like this would be a good fit. Okay, I can understand that. What would you say your biggest strength and weakness is? Well, my biggest strength, I'd have to say, is my positive mental attitude and definitely my dad jokes. I've always got some. My biggest weakness is definitely the lack of a job that I have right now. What do you call a bad Italian neighborhood? What do you call it? A spaghetto. Ha! So, I actually have a question for you. What's the starting pay around here? Oh, good question. We actually pay you in exposure. I think the reason I don't know what to do is because I haven't done enough things. Hey there, and welcome to this week's video. If you're new around here, my name is Joe, and I'm not your average Joe, and I want to be the first one to give you a warm welcome here on this channel. In today's specific video, we're going to be talking about some things that your favorite YouTubers do to ensure that they make a full-time income on YouTube and continue to grow their subscribers. And I want to give you some things to keep in mind if you're trying to go full-time on YouTube as well. We're going to give you 3 tips today, if you will. So the biggest thing that YouTubers do when they're making a full-time income, whether they're at a high level or whether they're on the rise, right? The first thing they do is they follow the fundamentals. They've got different processes, they've got different things they do. And for tip number 1, I'm going to tell you one of the most important things that you got to keep in mind if you are trying to chase YouTube as a full-time gig instead of a hobby is you're going to want to niche down. You're going to want to figure out what you're going to do, why you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, right? And you want to know who you're going to reach, right? You want to be that guy. So for me, I'm trying to be that photography, filmmaking guy, right? And you want to know the creators are going to be in your niche. You want to know the creators that you emulate and kind of look up to and people that are creating content similar to yours. So for me, some similar creators would be Peter McKinnon, Sean Cannell with Think Media, Maddie Happoja, Chris Howe, just these types of creators, right? You want to niche down and you want to get very specific with the things that you're creating, because if you try to reach everybody, you're going to reach nobody. But when you try to reach, Steven in Miami, Florida, who just picked up a camera for the first time and has no idea how to use it, then you're going to reach 100 Stevens, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so on. And so the biggest tip for you that can have, and the foundation, that concrete slab that you're going to lay in your YouTube career is going to be niching down. And the biggest reason I say that is because when you lay that foundation, you have something to build on top of it. You've got a rock solid YouTube career ahead of you. But if not, you see so many people go viral on YouTube and they're one-hit wonders. Right? They do things one time and you never hear from them again. So how do you get relevant, stay relevant, and continue to make that push? You have to niche down. It all starts there. Number 2, again, fundamentals. You want to be disciplined, you want to be committed, you want to keep this going. So number 2 is you're going to want to build a content plan. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? Are you going to post once a month, twice a month? Are you going to post once every week? Are you going to post once every day? You have to know how often you're going to post, what you're going to post, where you're going to post it, right? How many videos are just strictly for YouTube? How many times are you going to go live on Instagram? How many times are you going to post on Instagram? How many times are you going to put up TikToks and you're going to put on Twitter? Are you going to put anything on Facebook? Do you have a blog? Do you have a podcast that goes along with things? How often does everything go? And the biggest tip that I can give you here is start small, right? If you've been having trouble or you burn out or you get overwhelmed, you get anxious with all this, start small, right? Just put out a single YouTube video and shoot for one every week or one every 2 weeks. Just do whatever you can and then build on top of that. Again, build that foundation and then you can add things to it later, right? When you build a house, you got to start somewhere. You put that foundation down and then everything else is able to stand because of that strong foundation. And I know I keep making, the references to foundations, but I think a common problem is so many people do too much too fast. And that's why they burn out. That's why you see them quit YouTube. That's why you see them not being as successful as they could be, right? They make consistent videos for a very short period of time and then they're gone. And so with this, you really, you just want to keep the momentum going and keep doing what you can. You want to make sure that you're going to be at a consistent rate for a long amount of time. And then tip number 3, and again, these are all discipline-based tips. These things are really going to work, and they're going to change your life. They're going to give you leverage and motivation on YouTube if you follow them and you take them seriously. You're going to want to treat YouTube as a 9 to 5, right? So many people look at YouTube and they look at entrepreneurship and they look at all this other stuff as a way to stop working. But the thing is when you're getting into these things, any sort of passive or residual income, we'll use that as an example, is very, very active at first. And then you put in the work early so that you can reap the rewards later. That's how YouTube and entrepreneurship is. You get in, you put your nose down, and you work, and you push for something. And it's better if you're passionate about it, right? You get that passion. You find somewhere where your passion, your interests, and what you're good at all meet in the middle. And you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna clock in and out, right? Get your morning routine, get your morning cup of coffee, start your day with some health, wealth, and happiness, right? And YouTube should be a mixture of wealth and happiness. It should be something that you plan to make money on later on, even if it's just a few bucks. If you make $5 in ad revenue, that's a latte somewhere. So come in with the mindset that you're clocking into work like you would, whatever your job is. So instead of clocking at that job, you're coming in, right? And you have to have that expectation that you're gonna be in by 9 o'clock, you're gonna get on the computer and you're gonna have, your daily workload. I have a whiteboard in my office and I've got the weekly intentions that I have the weekly goals, and then you start your day off with checking emails. You work on YouTube videos, you storyboard and write scripts and stuff like that for the videos so you know what you're going to talk about, and then you plan future videos, then you're going to go ahead and record, then you're going to edit, and you kind of break this down within the 9 to 5 every day, 5 days a week, and then you can kind of get ahead on your schedule so that you can create at a maintenance level so that you can get 3 videos in the tank, and then you're not stressing yourself out every week trying to figure out how you're going to create. So there you have it. Those are 3 things to keep in mind if you're trying to go on YouTube full time and turn this into a business, turn this into a way to make money, or just 3 ways to approach anything, right? Entrepreneurship, a business plan, whatever it is. And these are 3 things and 3 disciplines that your favorite YouTubers stick to. And that is going to be the foundation of their success. If you really look and break down their channels, these 3 things are what they focus on early, and it's why they get to where they are. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you, and as always, I'll see you in next week's video.